Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
WWE NXT, February 24th, 2026. I thought this was their strongest episode in a long time. Maybe it's just me.
Well, this was an excellent show. I shouldn't say an excellent show. I'll say this. By NXT standards, this was an excellent show.
Yeah.
By pro wrestling standards, is pretty good.
It was a
There were some problems.
C+, yes.
There were some problems.
By NXT standards.
But I don't want to give the whole speech again. As much as I enjoyed the show, when it was over, you know what's funny? There is no... I watch these shows, and then I do this show, and people think all these things about me. But honestly, like, when this show's over, I just move on with my life. I never dwell on wrestling. I'm never, like, can't go to sleep at night because I'm thinking about wrestling or I'm mad about something. I'm like a normal person, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But there is one show that, like... I lay in bed at night sometimes, and I'm just like, I'm kind of stewing a little bit. And it's this fucking NXT. And when this show was over, I really enjoyed it. But for like hours afterwards, I was just like low-key simmering. Because it's so obvious what's happening here, which is they're trying to fix all of these problems. They're trying to rehab the promotion. And none of this shit needed to happen if they wouldn't have had their head up their ass for all of 2025. They fucked everything up last year. They fucked up like 5 different talents. And then like 4 people got called up to the main roster and they were fucking sunk. And now they have to scramble and like change 3 titles in one night, put belts on some new young guys, like everything. I mean, listen, I thought it was really cool that Dark State lost the titles to the Vanity Project, but as I'm watching it, all I can think is, remember when Javon and Leon Slater couldn't beat Dark State for the tag team titles?
Yeah.
And then, like, everything I watched, I was just like, remember when Thea Hale accidentally won the title from Blake and the fucking place was so excited and she was so over? And all they could think about doing was take the title off her as fast as possible. Remember when Jada Parker was the most over woman on the roster and they still pushed her as a heel? And then when she wouldn't get booed, they just took her off television? You remember that? Remember when Lola Vice was at her fucking peak and her goddamn crazy father was in the front row watching her fight for the NXT women's title, and it was clearly time, and then they didn't do it? I just thought of all of these things as I'm watching these fuckers scramble to try to make some new stars, elevate some people. It's like, you know what? Good for you for doing it, but fuck you for making me sit through such a shitty fucking 2025, and now you're trying to make things right. I should have at least been sent like a thank you card or fucking something. God! Anyway, hopefully it's all uphill. The lesson to be learned from NXT in 2025 is that, you know, MMA is real. You have no control over finishes. Pro wrestling is fake. You have control over the finishes and the booking. But that doesn't mean that you need to book a long storyline and then stick to it come hell or high water. The fact that it's fake means you can be flexible. So I'll bet you anything that their plan was that Javon was going to win the title at Stand and Deliver over Mania Weekend, which actually right now isn't even over Mania Weekend. It's 2 weeks before in a 2,000-seat building, which is sad. But, you know, they thought they could drag it out, and he does one show on Saturday night's main event, and he's called up. So much for the plan. So sometimes you got to shift. Sometimes when a guy gets over or a woman gets over, you got to go with it. And they stuck to their guns too hard and almost made it, like, real. It's like they had no control over what they were doing. Yeah. Oh, shit, she's over? Fuck. Well, we don't plan to have her win until 2029. Well, you can have her win now because it's fucking fake. But anyway, this was a better show.
It was a much better show. For the sake of completeness, I do want to say right before the main event, there was a segment in Mr. Stone's office there where he's running down the card for next week. Izzy Dame storms in, says, I want Tatum Paxley in a face-to-face next week. And he says, we're talking about Tatum Paxley. And she says, exactly. And I have no idea what the hell either of them meant by any of this, but I guess it's going to happen.
Have you grabbed your F4WOnline.com shirt yet? Well, we got a bunch of them. They're up in the store right now. F4WOnline.com/shirts. You can grab your -5 stars shirt, your Dave Meltzer Wrestling Observer shirts, even the brand new After Dark Radio shirt. You love Granny? We have Granny's Gang shirts. Have you ever won a shoot battle royal? Probably not, but you can tell people you did. So check out the store. All of these great shirts and more. It's through Pro Wrestling Tees. F4WOnline.com/shirts. That's F4WOnline.com/shirts.